life in order. Good morning. Let me see. Hold on. They ain't over there yet. Great morning. Great morning. Great morning. Oh, there you go. What y'all was doing? Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to multitask. Um, Great morning, y'all. What y'all was doing, Charles? Look, Imma do something different today. Somebody inspired me, so somebody Imma need somebody to help me this morning. Y'all gonna help me? I hope so. I love y'all. I know y'all gonna do it. Great morning, great morning, great morning, great people. How are y'all doing this morning? I hope you're having a fantastic and amazing Friday. Welcome to Friday, y'all. Welcome to Friday. I hope y'all are feeling well. I hope you're feeling good. I hope things are going fantastic for you. Love and clarity. Okay, we are on love and clarity today. So I hope y'all come in, like the live, share the love. Y'all, my ear just started ringing. What happened, y'all? Y'all was ready. Baby, we is ready. We is in this thing. Somebody inspired me. So guess what? I had went and did something that Daddy, I know you had said I was gonna tell y'all because it's y'all fault. And I'm gonna tell Daddy I had did it. I was trying to do right and be in obedience and stuff. So I'ma do what the Lord had asked me to do. Great morning, y'all. Great morning, y'all. I don't want to. Great morning, Jared. Great morning. I am trying to put some time in over across the street, across the street, okay, on the IG, y'all. So y'all make sure y'all give me a follow over on the IG. I'm trying to be over there this morning. Good morning. I don't know how to say that. Tasneem, great morning, Tasneem, great morning. Y'all, I'm trying to show some love to my IG page, so y'all work with me, okay? If I'm switching back and forth, because I'm trying to make sure I put my face in the place over there because that's what the Lord had told me to do, okay? And I wasn't doing that. True beauty is in the building. Great morning, dearest one. Great morning, team. Great morning, team. Great morning, team. It's Friday. It's Friday. It's the end of the week and the last day. Okay, it's Friday. Hold on. Let me fix y'all. Okay, I'm back. Y'all, come in the live, share the love. Drop something in the chat. Grateful for this morning. Jamila is checking in from on the YP side of the street. Good morning, community family. Thank you, God, for us all waking up this morning. I am grateful and claiming the famine is over. Drop that in the chat. The famine is over and is. Come on, Joseph. Any Josephs in the building? Anybody finna be the savior? The famine is over. Can we talk about it? Okay. It's Friday. It's Friday. It's the end of the week. It's the last day. I told y'all. Okay. I'm grateful for freedom. I totally understand what you meant. How that free is good, ain't it? Free is good. Know that. Good morning, Sandy. Good morning, honey. One. Can I share your story? I had told you why I'm looking over there because I'm reading over there, but I got to look at. And I had told you, say, Sandra said, great morning to Shay and everyone in the community. Today I'm grateful for rest and relaxation. Indeed, and amen. I can't wait for it. Okay. Good morning, Sister Sabrina. Good morning, Kareem. I hope I said that right. I'm getting my cancer treatment from the angels. Come on, cancer treatment. Pray and we claim that you are cancer free in Jesus' name. We pray healing over you this morning. You have someone trying to impersonate you. Pixie, good morning, honey. One, baby. It's Lemon. It's so many. Let me just tell y'all right now. This is my only page. I don't care how many you see. I don't care what they say in your DM. First of all, I do not ever DM anybody. Let me say it again. I will never DM you'll be lucky if you get a response from me in my DM. I really, and it's for that reason, y'all. It's not that I be ignoring people, but there are a lot of fake pages. I have a lot of them on all of my platforms. IG, Facebook, YouTube, this one especially, there are so many, y'all. So I don't be ignoring DMs, but if you ever need to contact me, please go to my website, touchegermain.com. Send me an email. Thank you so much for the love, dear Sue. Thank you so much. And that's why I stay out of DMs because I don't know the fake pages be in y'all DMs. Oh, for me, it's going down in the TMs, okay? For me, it's going down in the TMs, and that's where on my website, okay? So please don't give these people no money. I will never, ever, 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 ever solicit. I will not solicit. I will not ask for donations. You can only book a coaching session with me on my website. Okay, that's it. So I don't care what they say. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. This is my only page. Please, y'all, pay attention to stuff like follower count. If I could say this real quick, I just saw it this morning. Y'all, I'm just gonna get some gratitude real quick. Listen, y'all, I literally hit 24,000 followers on TikTok overnight, over last night. So when I woke up this morning and I was going to post the videos for this morning, I hit 24K on TikTok. Thank you to all of y'all for your continued support. Thank y'all for allowing me to pour into you. Thank you for supporting the messages. I am so grateful. Like OMG, y'all been doing numbers on TikTok and all of my platforms really, but this one has grown. I think I was at 17,000 for like ever, y'all, or maybe it was 19. No, it was. It was like I was at 19,000 forever. And when I tell y'all, literally over the past 2 months, it ain't. I don't even think it's been 2 months, y'all. It has literally gone from 19,000 to 24. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. So I am so, so, so grateful for y'all. Thank y'all so very, very much for allowing me to pour into you. I was like, OMG. And I don't really pay attention to the numbers a lot, but I did see that this morning. So thank y'all so much for the support. Thank you, dearest one. Thank y'all for the love. Thank y'all for showing up for me. Thank you for allowing me to pour into you. I'm so grateful. I truly am. Okay. So all it doing, y'all, we on love and clarity this morning. Y'all know we gonna go with the flow. Like the live, share the love. Drop something in the chat that you're grateful for, and drop this in the chat. Love without limits. Love without limits, okay? Love without limits. That is what we are talking about. Thank you so much, Mimi, for checking in on the IG for me. I appreciate that. I'm trying to be obedient. The Lord be on my neck, y'all. Y'all know how I feel about being on IG, but I'm trying to do my best to be over there. So, y'all make sure y'all go support over there. Love without limits. Mary J. That's Mary J. Love without a limit. I don't even know the song, but I think she got it. Shout out Mary J. Blige. Love you, dearest one. Love without limits is what came to me this morning. Can I tell y'all another story before we start? It's how shout out to I want to say it was the fallen mystic. If you are on here yet, I hadn't seen you this morning. Good morning, y'all. Good morning for everybody I hadn't seen. Donnell says y'all got to feel good about yourself without disrespecting nobody's goals and ambitions. That's a true story. That's loving, right? Because this is, and we finna talk about this, but let me tell y'all this as well. Y'all, yeah, shout out to the Fallen Mystic. Y'all join the free TU community on Discord. I told y'all I was gonna do it. I literally did it as soon as we got off the live. So make sure that you join us in the free Discord community, the TU community over there. I did create it. It's where we're gonna be doing our journal meditations. We'll be doing our coaching calls over there. I'm gonna do some lives and things over there. I'm gonna play around with it a little bit more today. I went on my hike, my nature walk. Y'all, my baby almost ran over a snake yesterday. Anyway, so you create that community, whatever platform you're on, sit over here because I can't really put it over here. I can't put the comment over here. Y'all make sure y'all tap in with us on the Discord community. For those of you who are on my email list, I sent you an email yesterday, and the Discord link is on there as well. If you're in the Facebook TU community already, the link I dropped it again in there this morning. So everybody, it's free. This one is free to join. The coaching calls are not free. The ones we're doing on Sundays, those are not free, but you can join the TU community on Discord for the frizzle. Okay. And so whatever platform you're on, the link is in the description box. So that's the first thing. Second, I want to give before we talk about love without limits, I want to we got to get this coffee and community before we even get into that. And then I'll tell what y'all doing, what y'all got going on. This time for coffee and community, I guess we'll be doing that every morning, Monday through Friday at 7:05 a.m., where y'all tell me what y'all got going on. What's going on in the community today? This is how the Discord server was born yesterday because we were just talking about different stuff. What y'all was doing, child? How y'all feeling on this fantastic Friday before we jump into the cards and the message and the scripture and all that good stuff? What y'all was doing, honey bunnies? I hope y'all are feeling fantastic. It's Friday. Okay. True Beauty says, I just feel heavy this morning. We are sending you so much love, light, and uplifting energy. It happens, y'all, and especially right now as we are in the process of coming out of Mercury retrograde. You got this, dear soul. You got this. So we're here to encourage you to come out of that feeling. But I understand. I completely understand. Do something that makes you feel good. Go outside, take a walk, journal, do something that makes you feel good. Okay. Teresa says, I'm just overwhelmed with life right now. I understand the energy. I don't know. I can't right now. I actually feel really good because I'm just surrendered. I don't want one of the things that I've come to understand, y'all, is like, man, when I start feeling overwhelmed, I just be like, take over, Lord. Drop that in the chat. Take over, Lord. Because the only reason we start feeling overwhelmed is because we're trying to, like we have a lot going on. So take over, Lord. Okay. Coffee and community news. I am loving the tarot cards and the messages on retro. Listen, she got her cards the other day. When you purchase, you have the option to purchase for TU, you can purchase with or without the deck. And so Cherie got her cards the other day. I'm so happy and so grateful that you like them. Jared says, congratulations to Jared. Y'all drop some congrats in the chat. Drop some congrats in the chat. Jared is starting school on Monday. Or let's do it. Hey, free up, man. Agree up. Oh, let's do it. So Jared is starting school on Monday. Mimi says, I'm heading to work, and since we slow at work, I'm going to get my business website. You better. I created a BYOB channel in the Discord server. So make sure you get over there and I can share some stuff with you over there. Like you can and show you like things that I use and how easy it is to actually create a website. That is why um I created BYOP channels. Make sure that you get in the TU Discord community, and I can share some things with you to help you get the website up and running. Okay. Tasnim said, I'm just relaxing this weekend. I've done a lot this week. Get you rest, relax, and receive, everyone. And rest, relax, and receive. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Okay. Let me make sure. Look, have that. So, yes, we receive it. Yes, make sure that you download the app. Make sure you get in the server. I put in there two of the links that I talked about. The upside link that I use for different purchases and things, and I put in there for Credit Strong as well to help you build your credit. Or if you're looking to get business credit as well, they have that option as well. So make sure that you check that out. It's in the BYO channel. Okay. I decided to work out again, so I'm doing that while come on. You know what, Miss I made it. This one's so crazy. I started to put my Planet Fitness link in the community chat over on the B in the BYOB chat because no excuses, right? No excuses. I'm like, man, we got to make some things happen. So it's no excuses. We got time to make excuses. Y'all know I go to the gym every day. Yesterday, I ended up going on a nature hike with my daughter, which was very fun at Lake Murray out here in San Diego. But it was amazing. It was amazing to kind of change up the routine and instead of just being on the treadmill, being outside walking. So I did about a 3-mile walk. So it was very it was funny, let me say that. But I enjoy the gym. It's definitely a great way to move the energy around. If you're feeling heavy, if you're feeling overwhelmed, go outside, take a walk, do some exercise. I'm really getting ready. Have put that up, and yeah, like it's a great way to transfer the energy, y'all. For those of you um feel like it's like life be lifing. It be like that. We can't get around it. But what we can do is not focus on it. Right? We cannot focus on it so that it's not take so that we're not just continuing to receive that overwhelmed feeling. Um, we have to go through the experience. So y'all know one thing for certain, two things for sure. Whatever you're overwhelmed with, God is going to make a way. He already knows what you're going through, and so God is going to make a way. He's going to give you the answer, but focusing on it, it's gonna just make you continue to feel more overwhelmed. So give it to God and ask God to show you, like, what is it that what do I do? And sometimes the answer is maybe not the answer you want, but spirit and are going to give you the assistance, the help, whether you whether you follow it or not is going to be up to you, okay? But God will give you an answer, and it may seem like it's gonna be more challenging or more difficult, but trust and believe the answer that you need is going to come. All you gotta do is keep praying for it, okay? Go to the gym and put on Twerkinator. I listen, you better do something. Um, so that's it, y'all. So that's how that I told y'all about the Discord server. That was the copy of community I had for this morning. Of course, shout out to Auntie Coco Nim, who I am going to be working with to do the Hydrate Your Soul ClariTEAs. I'm gonna put that up for pre-order on my website today. I made a note to put it on my website today. So y'all make sure y'all drop by and get your Hydrate Your Soul ClariTEA. It comes with your ticket if you purchase the 111 ticket on my website for either one of the shows. But if not, there is going to be a Hydrate Your Soul guarantee that Auntie Coco is going to be working with me to create. Make sure that you get in the Discord community so you can also drop your businesses, your website, your services, your products, all that good stuff, okay, into the website, into the channel. I found meditation and sound therapy helps me a lot. Um, Shut eye has been a great tool too. I meditate in the mornings, y'all. Like I meditate when I wake up. Like I do a lot of personal development and prayer in the mornings. That's why I changed the time to 7 a.m. has been amazing for me because from 4 a.m. to 5 a.m., I'm solely focused on prayer, meditation, uh, tapping in with the Lord, listening to my personal development. That's what I do the first hour of my day, and it really has changed my life. I can't drop the link in here. Send me an email, Mocha Creation, because I don't know I can't put the link in here. If one of y'all, I don't know, if one of y'all who are in the Discord app, do y'all have the go chat? I don't, y'all, I'm new to it, so I don't know all the things about it yet. I don't think I can drop the link in here, but it's the TUTEAYOU community. Oh, can you search for community on there? No, I just did it yesterday. I don't really know. If not, um, we finna talk about that in a second. Okay, we can talk about it now. So the coffee and community. Don't let. Okay, wait a minute. I'm coming back to that. I don't know how else to because it's on my. It's in the community. If you go over to YT, yeah, send me an email and I'll respond and send you the link. Um, because I tried to put it in, but I don't have the option. I can't put it over here on this side, on the TikTok side of the street. So if you go over to the YT, it's in the description. I added that today. So but just send me an email if you are interested in joining. We're going to be doing our journaling and meditation over there as well. So yeah, we get started. Before I do that, more details to come. So Cherie is providing an opportunity for me, y'all. Um, so there's a podcast that is scheduled right now. I'll be appearing on. Hopefully, I'll be appearing on 9/11. So y'all stay tuned for that. More details to come. It'll be like my first podcast interview, my first podcast. So I'm excited. I don't know a lot about it, but as more details unfold, I will share that with y'all. And y'all will know, especially if you're in the TU community. Okay, so OMG, y'all, I can't believe it. I'm just like, wow. I was telling the Lord that yesterday, just like grateful, right? The more you grow podcast. Okay, so look, she put this in the text because I don't even have all of got you there's one, I got you there's one. I see your message came through right there. So um I will respond to you once we get done with there. So yes, 9/11, y'all, look, she gave me the date, and I was like, now you know I'm going with 9/11. So 9/11, The More You Grow podcast, and I'm excited. OMG. Um, I just feel this will be the first opportunity that is coming in for me. I'm excited. And even though, this is the thing about the Lord, man, you just keep showing up. And because I want to talk about love without limits, y'all drop that in the chat again. Love without limits, because this thing, I need somebody to love yourself without limits. We talk about that today. That's what's coming through. That's what the Lord gave me this morning. Love yourself without limits. And one thing that I realized, y'all, is none of what is happening in my life right now, my businesses, nothing that is happening for me would have happened had I not first learned to love myself without because why? Because I was thinking of as I was like over yesterday and then this morning in prayer, I was just telling the Lord, I was like, man, yesterday when we were on here, I think it was talking about research that's going on. It was like there were so many of us that said that we were survivors. Can we just drop that in the chat? Survivor. I'm a survivor. And so this is where this love without limits came from. I'm a survivor. Okay. Shout out, Beyonce. Destiny Child, I think is what that was. But I'm a survivor. Do you realize there are so many things that you have survived that you didn't think you were going to be able to get through, number one, but you ended up getting through it. And you also realize that you had to start loving yourself more than you love the thing that was hurting. A lot of times we stay, come on, God, a lot of times we stay involved in for a multitude of reasons. Sometimes it's we think it's the only thing we can get. Sometimes we stay in relationships that are toxic because it's comfortable, but it's hurting us more than it's helping. We're still dealing with people, places, situations, and things are impacting us negatively, and it all stems from a lack of self-love. Because when you know yourself, when you love yourself, when you know yourself, when you trust yourself, and I'm telling man, I can't. The Lord just don't make it. None of this I can make up, of course. But love yourself. When you truly start to love yourself, you will not accept less than what you deserve. Thank you so much for subscribing, dearest one. Thank you, honey bunny. I'm so truly grateful. And so I was talking to the Lord about this morning, I was just like, man, so many of us have survived so many things. We stayed in situations and relationships, and y'all know today is relationship day, love and clarity, right? We stayed in things for so long, but once you begin, and it's a journey, y'all. This is not a switch that you just turn on overnight. Once you begin to love yourself without limit, you will, number one, not allow anyone else to limit you, whether this is in personal, this is business, relationships, whatever. When you start to take the limit, like when you stop limiting yourself, limiting your potential, when you start really loving yourself, you won't accept from anybody else anything less than that. Self love is a process. And do you realize that most of us, it's a struggle to love yourself? It's so easy. Can anybody and maybe it's just me, I find it so much easier, not now, because in this season I'm in love with like, I love me. I love every part of me. There are some parts that I may not like, right? Like my Poopa Loopa Doopity Doo. Y'all haven't said anything about my food. Don't I love my food anyway I'm big. Why y'all talking about that? Baby, because when I put that waist trainer on, I'm snatched. You look. Y'all should have seen me yesterday. Booty was sitting like stacked like an apple. Anyway, I'm back. Don't be no hater. Don't judge me. If you new to the community, welcome. We are so happy and so grateful you're here. I was big fine yesterday. That's what you call it, big fine. Don't be a hater. So, but self-love is it can be a struggle sometimes. Why? We find it so much easier to love somebody else than to love ourselves. You ever find that you ever who is maybe like I said, maybe it's just me. I can pour into somebody else, But I started to realize, like, man, I don't take as much care of myself as I take care of other people. You do you. It's easy for you to go buy let's just use a relationship, right? You get in a relationship, baby, you wanna take care of them, nurture them, love them, support them. "Baby, what you need? Baby, let me help. Baby, let me give." But you won't do this to yourself. I'm not in that season of life anymore. I ain't in that season. You and so this is and so for whoever needs this message today, whatever let's say you're single. Let's use my single people name, okay? All the women and did that. Right. Come on, Beyonce and Destiny Child coming through today. I'm back. How do you what anybody buy themselves flowers? You ever just pick flowers up for yourself? Who likes to receive flowers? If I had somewhere to put flowers right now, please believe I would have flowers in my every when I say every week I'm gonna have flowers, I mean that. There's gonna be new flowers every supply because I like flowers. Do you wash your car? Do you clean your car out? All of the things, if you're because and whether you're a man or a woman, all of the things that you want somebody to do for you, you need to do those things for yourself. Wash your car. Go through the car wash and wash your car. You gotta put gas in it, but all of the things that you want a man or a woman to do for you, you first got to do for yourself, because then when you do it for yourself, when you meet someone or someone comes into your life, you can let them know off the rip that this is an expectation, and it ain't nothing crazy. Because understand that the reason that most people don't treat you, whether friends, family, or relate romantic, whatever, the reason that they don't treat you and do the things that you want them to do is because if you ain't willing to do it for yourself, how can you expect somebody else to do it for you? If you're not willing to take yourself out to dinner, how can you expect somebody else to do it? If this comes back to your value and your worth. You have got You have got to, because this the thing, you cannot expect somebody to do something for you that you are not willing to do for yourself. You cannot expect. So this is how you begin to start loving yourself without limit. Go get a massage. Go get you a massage. Every when I go to the gym, I go sit in the massage chair. I wash my car. I clean my car out. I vacuum my car. I buy myself flowers when I have a place to put them. Whatever you want someone if you want someone to love you without limits, you have to love yourself without limits first, and that be the biggest hang up. Who in here and I don't feel like anybody in here ain't ever been in a relationship. I think all of us have had at least one relationship, okay? Anybody who can I can admit to this, I'm the take care of person. I wanna take care of you. I wanna look, if for my man, my husband, I'm cooking, you ain't got to clean up, you ain't got to wash clothes, you don't have to do any of those things. I'm like a wife, like, what, right? You ain't got to do none of that. I wanna put lotion on you, I'll bathe you, I'll do all of these things, like, true story. I'll wash your hair, like, I'm I'm the let me take care of you kinda woman, like, true story, y'all. Let me wash your hair, let me whatever you want, let me brush your hair, whatever. So that's me, right? But I also have been through a stage where I'm doing that for them, and I wasn't doing it for myself. But see, that's the thing, if you're not doing it for you, then first of all, you can't expect it. Number 1, let's say this right now, you cannot expect somebody to do the same things for you that you do for them, because if you do, that's your fault. okay? And I don't want that to sound bad, but the reason that I do those things is not because I expect them in return. However, it's nice if they do it. I do those things because that's who I am. That's the kind of woman that I like to be for the man that I'm dating. Does that make sense? But as a result of me and I can say, "No, I didn't really do that for him." I think the only person I didn't do any of those things with was probably my ex-husband. I ain't do none of that stuff with him because he wasn't really into that. Like, he well, no, he wasn't, but now the other fellas, him and him, them yeah, them 2 the yeah, yeah, them last 2. So, I'm in a season now where but I also let me say this because I need to back up. Let me just be transparent about this. My problem then was I still didn't love myself the way that I needed to, because this is the thing, I was overgiving. Anybody in here ever been an overgiver? Doing all those things. I'm being this great, amazing woman, but I was not receiving anything, like nothing. But why was that? Because I didn't have any boundaries. I don't know why was that. Because this the thing, you cannot blame y'all. We cannot blame somebody else for how somebody is treating us. We cannot. You cannot. 'Cause they're only treating you that way because you don't have any boundaries. If you want somebody who is cuddly wuddly, you gonna need to let them know that you want cuddly wuddly off the rip. If you're not letting them and then if they don't do it and you still are allowing them to not do it, but you just like, "Well, it is what it is," because people only treat us how we allow them to treat us, y'all. That's it, and for a lot of us, it keeps us stuck in these cycles of repeating lessons with people. We get the same person over and over and over and over. Why? Because we still haven't done the healing within ourselves that is allowing us to stop attracting that type of person. You can't blame somebody for how they're treating you. This is family as well. This is people. This is business. I don't care how where you put this at. You are the only reason that somebody is treating you the way that they do. Because if you allow it, or let's say that they don't do it and you say something, but then the next time it happens, you don't say anything, there becomes they say, "Oh, well, they just" that's where we come into that. "Oh, well, they just meant at that time, but they ain't gonna do nothing for real." They ain't gonna do nothing for real. And so you start having a lack of boundaries. When you start expecting things, but you have to expect it first from yourself. Does that make sense? We all have been an overgiver at some point. Say that, K Mac. We have all been an overgiver. Whether and you can look at and for some of us it's a pattern, it's a habit, it is something that we need to heal. Why? Because we're looking for something in somebody else that we're lacking within ourselves. So for whoever this message is for, we gonna take the attention off of the people that we're dealing with, and we're gonna focus the attention on us. So that means that you got to be 100. You got to keep it a buck with self. When you start being honest with yourself, when you start being accountable with yourself, you start putting boundaries up with yourself, you will find it becomes so much easier to put boundaries up with other people. Good morning, Pamela. Good morning, honey. So that's what the Lord was talking to me today. He was talking to me about like loving yourself without limits. And all of it really there's so many things have changed in my life. I was telling the Lord, I was like, man, when I think about where I was 7 years ago compared to now, and it's just like, come on, Beyonce. Look, somebody, it just said Beyonce press on my phone. So it's like I just started thinking about man, but it all started with me loving myself. It all because loving myself is what made me walk away from the DV situation. I literally, for those of y'all, I've told this story before. If I had to walk away from that, that same person a couple years back ended up trying to kill a woman and is in his I think he in prison right now. But if I hadn't walked away from that situation, that could have been me that he shot at in the car. But I had to start because and then I think back to just all the just like things that I've dealt with, and I'm like, "Man, this is why I can say I'm in love with me." I'm in love with me. I'm in love with the I am in love with myself. There's nothing that I don't love about myself. I may not like something. I don't and even at this point, it's not a lot that I don't like, but it's something that I do. Like for me, let me see, one of my dislikes, because I'm not perfect. So one of my dislikes is about myself, like, because I can be honest with I'm still a person that'll give her like, I'll give you a couple now maybe I'll give you, like, 2 chances, maybe 3, but that's really pushing it. I might give you 2, and I'm talking about me. I'm not talking about, like, 'cause I don't really have any issues with, like, I'll cut somebody off. Like, if you do something blatant, then I'm just like, "Yeah, I'm good. I'm good with that." Self-love is a daily practice. The Lord was saying, like, we have to start loving ourselves without limits. So that means somebody needs to start being good. So that was something that I don't even feel like I do that anymore. Cause baby, when you show me who you are, I still deal with you. I just know how to deal with you. It's one of them long handle spoon situations, okay? So, I don't know who or what, how, um, how else to say that. We finna see what else we need to talk about, but the Lord was just like, it ultimately everything that you want starts with loving you. And the next part of that is when you understand the way that God loves us. I didn't understand what unconditional love is until I started this walk with the Lord, okay? It feels difficult at first, but when you stand in your tent to love you first, people they really do, y'all. Like, it is a true story. You will when you start to because which part? The opening your heart? This is why the Lord be talking about we got to work on your heart, because you understand your heart is your receptive center. Like, your heart is your receptive center, right? And so I feel like one of the things that I agree with what you said, Avery, that we yes, we need his love, but the thing about it is I want to love God. He doesn't need us to love him, but he loves that we love him. I love God because I choose to, right? Because it's a beautiful thing to be I'm in love with God. I'm in love with God. Like, y'all know this, God is the head of my life, but God loves when we love him, then he shows us how to love correctly. Does that make sense? Here's one of the things that I've learned more than anything on this faith walk is why I have so much love for the Lord, because God is what taught me what unconditional love is. Loving God is what let me know, like, I'll never accept such and such and such, this, that, and the third from a man. There are certain things I'll never accept a man breadcrumbing for what? God loves me, he's there. If you got you can't be the Lord, you can't be who was who can, right? But you gonna have to come close. You you gonna have to come close because I know the way God loves no, how do I know? Look at how look at how he's always there. I can talk to him, he tells me what he's straight up with, right? But you don't have to come close. When we say a man of God, that's for me, it's like it's some character you don't have to have these godly kind of characteristics in your spirituals. Why? Because I know the way that the Lord loves me, and I know the way that I love the Lord. So and I know the kind of woman that I know that that's the way that I love, and the thing about it was I was loving like that long before I even started following the Lord, so you gonna have to come close. There's no exception. And if you can't come close, I'm okay with being single. I'm good. I'm not, but I had to get to that point because without getting to that point of being okay with just myself, that's why I kept being in these relationships that were not serving me. Like, y'all, I'm talking about real husband energy. I'm talking about you what so for some of you, the thing about it is this is why the Lord is not bringing your person in. And I don't want that to sound bad. And I want you to somebody said this, don't pray, like, pray over your husband. Start praying for your husband or your wife before they come in. But don't feel I need some in the chat. I'm whole all by myself. I am whole all by myself. People say, "You complete me." Nobody completes me. I'm complete and I'm whole all by myself. Now the Lord will bless with somebody who adds to me, but nobody completes me. God made us complete. I am whole all by myself. But when you come but this is the level of healing that you do, and then the Lord will send somebody that'll come in and add, but they don't complete you. Yeah, listen, I'm a firm believer in these I've been single now, y'all, for almost 3 years. It's been 3 years, ain't it? 21, 20, 23, that's kinda right. I've been single now for, like, 3 years, y'all, but I had to come to the understanding that I'm good by myself, because if I hadn't have done that, I woulda kept trying to and I'm guilty, like, I somebody and you think they this, that, and the third, and they not, but I had to realize that I was feeling I love myself so much. I'm so whole, so healed at this point, even the things that I fell for, 'cause, this has been, like, last year, over a year ago, met somebody, thought he was good, wasn't, because I'm in a season of not ignoring flags anymore, and at first I was like, "Okay, again, let me give you the benefit of the doubt," but the flags are adding up, and I'm like, "Baby, I'm out." Right? Wasn't even but a couple of weeks, ghosted, goodbye. Why? Because I spent too much time learning to love myself, let somebody play me with the same foolishness that I know I done already been through. I ain't gonna be able to do it. Even though I've been with him for 10 years, it's not healthy. God wasn't with us at the start. Imma just say Imma say it, well, can I say it? I don't wanna say it, but I wanna say it. Baby, Imma just say this, and this me, 'cause it's my season. This is my season of happiness. I refuse I refuse to stay in anything around anyone that is not making me happy. I will not do it. I don't care how long it's been. I don't care if we married. I am in a season of life where my happiness is the most important, and I refuse to spend another day in anything that is making me unhappy. If it's unhealthy, it's not for me. I cannot do it, y'all. But you got to get to that point. You've got to get to that point because I refuse to sit up and know that I'm not happy in something. No. Why y'all think I'm working so hard? Because I know and I'm 'cause I'm no, no, mm-mm, me. If it takes for me and you know what? Can I also say this? The thing about it is you get out of something and you just realize how much joy it is in being by yourself. And I'm not encouraging singledom, okay? I'm not 'cause understand, I know that there's a husband for me. I know that I'm going to have a husband. I know I have a husband. But do you realize that in this time that the Lord it's just been me and the Lord, man, I'm building businesses, I'm working on myself. So you're not just sitting there twiddling your thumbs, waiting on somebody to come in. No, you building yourself. You growing. You're learning to love yourself. So you're healing. Healing works. I can't do it, y'all. I refuse to pay something that I know is unhealthy, that is toxic. Why? Because this the thing, you gotta ask yourself, why? Why you staying in it? This could be a job. This don't have to just be no person. I am really trying to find the courage to truly walk away, and can't nobody make you, but one day, when you have anybody ever heard this, "Sick and tired of being sick and tired"? Anybody ever you when you get sick and tired of being sick and tired, and you mean it, you'll walk away, you'll walk away with love, right, and healing energy for that person, but you will tell yourself, "Not nan other day, not because it ain't because for a lot of us, that person don't love us anyway, y'all. And why don't they love us? Because we don't love ourselves. They know that you're because they know for and I don't want anybody to do this, but let me say this, because they know that you're weak for them. They know that you are weak for them. They know that they done took you down through there. They know they done put you through all of these things, and they know that they yes, they know they think you're they do. Imma say it, love you with my whole heart, but they think you're weak. They think you're weak. And so the until you strengthen yourself, they gon' keep looking at you, and they will, and they gonna keep doing the same thing because it's an expect they just, "Oh, they ain't gonna do nothing anyway. They ain't gonna go nowhere." Then they gonna start talking to you and start telling you and making you think that you can't get better, better, have better, thinking they God's man or woman and ain't. Oh, she ain't gonna do nothing. She ain't gonna do nothing. But one day, one day, you gonna get tired. Cause what's gonna start happening? You're gonna excuse for those of you who's sensitive in your spirituals, let me just say it. One day you gonna get tired because your life gonna go to shit. And you gonna start looking around and you gonna start for some of y'all, yep, they done isolated you. They don't like none of your friends. They don't like for you to go anywhere. That you depressed and crying. You ain't got no life, but they out there living. You still trying to take care of them, but you looking around and you by yourself. You ain't got nothing going, and they over there living their best life. And then they come and they breadcrumb you a little bit, and then all of a sudden they gone doing whatever they want to do, and you sitting there by yourself, lonely, sad, depressed, and eating no spirituals, with no friends, with nobody. Your family don't like them. All you doing, but you steady pouring into them for what, baby? And you begging them to try to treat me right. They don't wanna treat you right. They don't want you right. They're not gonna treat you right. They gonna treat you exactly how they're treating you while they're accept for a lot of you, this is a past situation, but for some of you, this is right now. Because let me tell you what love ain't. None of that. That ain't love, baby. That ain't love. But when you do something, come on, say it for me. But when you do something, listen, let me tell you how long it took me to get out of these cycles. I know you cheat. You bouncing from my house to her house to her house to my house to her house. You in my car, you driving my whip. You now this is me. I'm telling y'all my story. This is not anything that I'm just making up. One of the same same dude beat my ass for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and he in my car. You know, oh God, oh my, come on, God, Lord have mercy. Whose message is this? You in my car, this one that I'm in right now. This is the last one, the maximum. You driving my car, you taking my car and spending nights at other women's houses. You took my car from me and dropped me off at my job on a work day when I was off work. You ain't paying no bills. You ain't giving me no money. You ain't putting no food in the house. You ain't helping me with my children. My children don't like you. My family don't like you. You hiding for some of us, we hiding bruises. We hiding that we getting our ass handed to us, and we steady defending. What? I'm a survivor. Listen, this is not love. This is not love. This is me not loving me. Because why on do you I want every person in this I don't care what platform you on when you watch it later. I want everybody in this chat to say, "I love me." You need somebody needs to look in the mirror. Girl, I love you. You you right there. This mirror work, right? I love me. Girl, I love you. Do you know how much I love you so much. Proud of you. I'm so proud of who you are now. I'm so proud that you had the courage to walk away. I love you. I'm so in love with you. Who need to get up and look in their mirror every single day and start telling yourself how much you love yourself? You? Cause what? But when I didn't love me, I was dealing with that. You backdooring from this person to this person to this person, and all 3 of us. What? I'm talking about love me some me. Love me need anybody, and this so you hear me well. You don't need anyone to love. It is fantastic for them to love you. It is fantastic to receive love. But the way you love yourself is the way that anybody who deals with you comes into your life needs to love you. And if you dealing, I don't want to talk. This why they be calling out the raggedy. That's why they be saying that raggedy. You don't need anyone to love you. It's a fantastic thing when someone loves you, but baby, you gonna have to love me correctly. Drop that in the chat. Love me correctly. Babe, I done got in my spirituals. Y'all know I don't care nothing about because this the thing, my story is my truth. My message, my strength, my story is my strength, right? And the only reason I can talk about this stuff is because I done been a fool, y'all. Do you understand that I have been a fool? So I can speak to some people and say, listen, man, I can't tell you what to do. But if you going through any of that, that ain't love, boo-boo. It's just not. It's not. In this season, you're gonna have to love me correctly. Why? Because I love you correctly. I love me. I love me some me. So the same things that I used to deal with, but again, what has happened? Over the last 7 years, I have gone through a period of healing that has led to me being single for 3 years. Why? So that I can heal that broken energy within me, so I can heal that broken because and what have I done over these past 3 years? I learned to love correctly. It's why I can get up here and tell y'all with absolute fact and certainty, I will never move another man into my house. Why? Because every man that I dated moved into my house with me. Every one, with the exception of my ex-husband, and that's when I was like 19, 18 when I moved in with him. Every man after him moved into my house. That'll never happen again. Ever. They weren't paying bills. They weren't being nothing. That'll never happen again. Why? Because I know my worth and I know my value, and I'll never accept less than what I deserve. You you gonna buy me a house, but you ain't really got to do that because I'm by my own house. You ain't never got to worry. When I tell you, nope, nope, move in with who? Nope, no, no, no. Why? Because I love him correctly now. I will never date another man who ain't with. Are you not a provider? Or you don't want to pay no bills? Yeah, no. You won't be driving my car. That's why I tell y'all I'm no longer in the build a bay season. So let me explain, let me say that, y'all, we ain't even got to the cars yet, but let me just say this. This is not build a bay season. I used build a day season. Let me build you up. Let me help you. And do you realize that that's a big part of the reason why I went down because I was trying to build somebody else up? I'm trying to fix someone else and I was broken myself. They didn't care nothing about that. They were reaping benefits. I love them and I'm so grateful for my exes, but my truth is my truth and I'm going to tell my truth. They moved in with me. I took care of them. I supported them. They did what they do with their money, but I'm the one that was going through this and all of these things. I done got into it with family. I done went through all of these things, and they was living their best life. Trying, but then, and I'm just not in that season. We're not in build a day season no more, boo. We not. We're not doing that. So now, guess why? Now, now that I love myself, look, Jamila said I used to allow them to sell me a fairy tale, and they'll sell it and sell it good. Don't act like I'm the only one. This the thing, it ain't never been about sex. It ain't never been about none of that. Do you know what I was looking for? I just wanted love. Come on, guys. I just wanted love. So I was willing to take whatever they were willing to give because I had a lack of love within myself. But oh God, the way I love me now. A lot of us now understand this goes deeper. It's such a word today. I don't even know where this is coming from, Lord. It goes deeper than that because I guarantee you, there's many of you who will understand that this didn't even stem from them. It stemmed from abandonment wounds and rejection wounds that came from your father or your mother. Because it didn't start with these fellas. It didn't start with them. It started with you lacking something in your life, a father figure. What father? This is what your healing journey does, right? This is what your this is when we doing the shadow work. This is what shadow work is, y'all. This is you understanding that your abandonment wounds and your rejection wounds didn't start with the person that you're dating. It started with me, mom and daddy. So what was I doing? And then you do you understand for some of come on, God, do you understand for some of y'all, you're going to attract men and or women that are exactly like your mom or your daddy? Kid, emotionally unavailable. You trying to do everything you can to please them, and all they ever do is let you know that nothing you do is good enough. So don't think and then so don't think that this healing journey is easy. It took me a long time to get to this point. You understand? It took me many years of healing. I can share this with y'all. I'm gonna be on the subject today. Do you understand that the Lord brought me to California so that I could do healing with my real dad, with my biological father? Do you also understand that right now, just because our beliefs are different in how I serve the Lord and how he believes in the Lord are different, he and I still we're good. There's no animosity. But I also understand that the Lord brought me to California so that I could do healing with him. And I had to come to a level of just being like, you know what? This is what this relationship is, and I'm good. I love him. And this is the kind of stuff people be like, "Shh, don't talk about that." No, we need to start talking about real stuff. Because understand this, the Lord had to bring me to California to heal rejection wounds. That rejection didn't has not stopped. Do you understand that? The rejection has not stopped. It just changed in the way that the rejection came. But now being rejected by someone who was supposed to support or be in my life, it don't hurt the same. Does this make sense? Why? Because the Lord has done so much work in and through me, and I've done so much healing to where I don't have rejection. I don't well, I've healed my rejection wound. And so that's why the Lord told me to start doing this love and clarity on Fridays. Sandy said, I've dealt with breadcrumbing, gaslighting, emotional isolation, abandonment wounds, mommy and daddy issues. It wasn't until this last year that it was illuminated. Healing is phenomenal. It took Tam says it took 7 years for me to heal to where I am now, and I'm still healing. Let me mess around. Let me mess around and do my own shadow work journal because you understand that when you start, I want somebody. I'm gonna tell somebody something to do. I'm finna give you. This is it. I'm gonna tell you what to start doing right now today. Okay, right now today. Let go. You know, biggest things that I started doing. You don't even need a journal for this. I don't want. Matter of fact, I don't want you. Let me think. I don't want you to have a journal for this. You know why I don't want you to have a journal for it? Because once you release this, I want you to let it go. You got to let it go. I have all my journals, right? Now y'all know this. I just created my new Hydrate Your Soul journal, but I don't burn it. You better say it, Jay Kazi. And you know we already did forgiveness letters. We did that in JCA. You better burn it. Don't you hold on to that energy. Some of y'all, you do. Let me tell you one of the ways to start doing the healing. And I don't care if you got to write 100 letters. You better write 100 of them. And every time you write to whoever you need to do this healing with, pour your heart and your soul. You can cut that up. You can say whatever you need to say. Ask the Lord for forgiveness for what I'm getting ready to say, Lord, but I'm going to get it out my spirit today. Start with you. Come on, Kathy. Y'all know where I'm going with this. Start with you. Start with you. I really did. I real deal want some whoever needs this part of the message. I want you to do this. Start with you. Write a letter to yourself. Get you several pieces of paper, and you may have to write more than one. Start with writing a letter to yourself and forgiving yourself for everything that you've gone everything you've put yourself through. It's gonna make you cry, it's gonna hurt your feelings, but you don't have to hurt your own feelings. You don't have to hurt your feelings. Burn when you're done. Burn it safely in the sink, hurt your feelings, say everything, cry about it, cry about what you've accepted, but write a letter to yourself, forgiving yourself for what you have put yourself through, what you have accepted, what you have allowed, whatever pain you're feeling. You write that letter to yourself, you burn it, and when you release it, you release it. Don't go back and read stuff when you write stuff, y'all, because that's putting the energy right back. You write that letter, you burn it, and you let it go. Look, and period. Don't say Touche told me to burn my house down. Don't burn your house down. Go outside and burn it. You want to go a step better? And some of y'all, whether you believe in rituals or whether you don't, I'm a coach y'all. Back in these days when I was still having to do a lot of this kind of stuff, I was still doing stuff with the moon. Come on, full moon, you better say it. I would write like when the full moon came, baby, I was writing letters and I was going outside and I was burning letters on the ground, on the concrete with the full moon, releasing it. Why? Because full moons are all about releasing. You better say it. Sure did. You better get the next one. We got another one coming up in about 24 days. We're not really in the energy anymore right now. Wait till the next one. Wait till the next full moons are a great time to release things, y'all. It's a great time to release things. Now, mind you, I don't do these very much anymore. But just like full moons are the time to release, new moons are the time to receive. It's the time to set intentions. It's the time to let you know, like, what do I want to, what seed do I want to plant? And it's in Pisces. And it's in Pisces. Come on, spirituality. Man, listen, y'all better do this release work. You better let this stuff go. It's I can't tell you what to do, and you ain't got to believe me. Go do your research, but I tell you what, you start writing these forgiveness letters after you forgive yourself, because you got to start with yourself first. Then you start writing letters and forgiving other people in your life, whether they're here, whether they're in the spirituals, whether you never met them, whether you know them, whether you don't. It's somebody that you want to talk to or you want to say something to, and you can't even say it to them. You need to sit down and write them a letter and say everything that you need to say, and when you get done with that, burn it. And if you got to do it every time you think if you need, and another thing, this was me with my own mama in the spirituals. And another thing, and it's in the clip. You better use this energy. Trying to tell y'all, man, like you got to find what works for you. Some people like, oh, that's witchcraft. No, it's not. The moon is powerful. Just like the sun holds power, the moon holds power too. The moon holds power over our emotions, your feeling. Man, come on, Lord. What so why you want to do that with the moon? Because that's when you feel. So work with the moon energy. It will help you. You want to start something new? New moon. You want to release something to get ready to receive on the next new moon? Do it for the full. Like, I'm about that life, y'all. I mean, do like the herb baths, and I still throw a grapefruit, some oranges. I will put that stuff in my bath water. You better put your stuff in your bath water. Yeah, and I'm serve the Lord. I'm just saying, and I serve the Lord. Every day it is a day. But I know, just like the Lord knows, that He made stuff on the earth that will help us, it will cleanse us, it will purify us. Just take medicine on it. Medicine comes from herbs. What were they doing? You ever read the book of what was it? Leviticus? And they talking about the rituals that they used to do. Don't play. The Lord don't play. It's in the man, you better come on. People You ain't got to do nothing, but certain things to show the Lord made stuff that holds power if you believe in it. But you believe in medicine, but you take medicine from the doctor, but you don't believe that there's natural remedies, herbs, and stuff. The Lord know what He was doing. The Lord created it, and we could use it in a certain way. Anyway, I'm back. Say what this up. So I don't know if we need that. You call it whatever you want to call it. Let me just say this. Let anybody tell it. I'm breaking the rules anyway. Why? Because I'm tarot and I serve the Lord. I don't care. You say whatever you want to say about me. The Lord. Hey, Popo. So y'all better. I don't. And I guess because I don't have to do this part of it as much anymore. Y'all, I still set intentions. Look, they don't like they you don't like it. No, that's okay. You wonder how I'm prospering because I'm serving. What you think? What do oh my gosh, I don't even know how we went this way, but I'm here for it. Y'all, what y'all think the ancestors and them did when they didn't have medicine? When they didn't have what do you think that they did in order to heal themselves? They didn't have pharmacists, they didn't have prescriptions. They didn't have any of those things. They had to use herbs and plants, and we still use some of them, all of them right now. Aloe, we still use all these things right now. Anyway, if you know, you know. If you know, you know. Look, they had the land, and now we all first thing we do is we go to the doctor. No, that's the stuff that's messing us up. Anyway, that's it for that. Okay, Sandy said Oh god, I wrote that journal entry a couple weeks ago. I had to ugly cry. I had to forgive myself for the betrayal of self as a child, a young adult, and as my baby, healing is a journey, okay? My JW fam say the same, and I say witchcraft, you talking about herbs, homeopathic baby, listen, I'm talking about what is in your blood and is, and I know it's in mine. My people name is from the islands. My grandmama and my granddaddy on my dad's side, we is from Dominica, where the lady just won the medal. Shout out Dominica, where she just won the first medal for the whole island. It come naturally to mama and them, my grandmama and them in Texas, baby, listen, y'all better quit playing with the Lord. It's us who start it's people now who start saying, "Man, listen, they did this stuff in the Bible, but people wanna overlook that." It's that so y'all know how I feel about the Bible. I love the word, and I'm so grateful for it, but man wrote that. Why? It's a means of control. That's a whole 'nother story for a whole 'nother day. But when you come to have a better relationship, a real relationship, this is when you go spend that time with the Lord for real. When you really get close to the when you really start tapping in and understand who God is, you'll find a lot of stuff in the Bible that you're just like, "Mm-mm." That ain't I told God that yesterday, y'all. True story. This is so I love this is why I love it. Just thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. I told the Lord that yesterday. I think yesterday we were reading about the Bible clearly this morning. I want to say we were in First Chronicles 13 and 14, and it's recapping about David was they were bringing the Ark of the Lord back to, the city of David. As they were going there, they were dancing and, celebrating and worshiping, and then there was one person, I wanna say his name was it was UZZ something, UZZAH, anyway, whatever the name was, the oxen that were carrying the ark of the Lord stumbled, and so when that happened, he reached out to try to steady the ark, and it literally said, "And the Lord killed him right there on the spot." Can I just say this to somebody, and you can fight me. I serve a loving God. Me, I serve a loving God. I'm so grateful, and I serve a loving God. So you mean to tell me that the Lord was just randomly throwing temper tantrums and just killing folks just because he felt like it? Then how do you expect people to believe in the love of God? Do y'all realize that's why it's so difficult for me to get through the New Testament, the Old Testament of the Bible, because it talks so much about what I know that God is not. Anyway, that's a story for another day. If some folks don't get mad but I said what I said. That's why people be so conflicted about how to love the Lord and how the Lord loves us, because one part of the Bible is telling you suffer, 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 suffer. He's not gonna bless you. The Lord wants to bless us exceedingly and abundantly in every area of our life. The Lord wants us to have everything that we want. He put us here so that we can live beautiful lives. We're the ones that started saying anything different from that. The Lord don't want He does not cause us to suffer. Anyway, child, I get it because the beginning because I don't like when people try to treat the Lord as anything that other than what He is. God is love, and He loves us unconditionally. And so anything that goes against God's love, God ain't down here just because if He was doing it then, why He ain't doing it now? It ain't God that's killing folks, it's people that's killing folks. It's people that decide that ain't God. So if he was just randomly killed, you mean somebody tried to keep the ark from falling and God said, "You dead." What? Well, I'm dead. 'Cause I don't it doesn't resonate in spiritual because why? How can you expect people to understand God's love? Yes, we're reading the Bible, but I need somebody to understand there are people who won't wanna swear by the word, and it's in the word. No, if you swear by the word, then that's because you don't have a real relationship with God, and the more time I spend with God, the more I know how God loves me. Baby, you not finna tell me God was just up here killing folks just because he felt like it on a Friday. And this is why we do Bible clarity. Why? Because it don't make sense. Telling you, but this is my opinion. You don't have to agree with me. Go for it. Come on, Jeremiah 33:3. Call to me and I will show you great and unsearchable things that you do not know. Wait till the Lord starts showing you who he really is. And he ain't a he. Let me just say that. He's not a he. God is not a woman. God is not a man. God just is. I am that I am. Why do I continue to say he? Because that's what everybody asked for that. I was like, Dad, I don't be wanting to say it's like, well, it's more people who understand God in the man form than anything else. Anyway, there's a story for another day. I had a moment because it bothers me. It does, y'all. It bothers me because that's why people end up so conflicted when they because that's religion and that's people trying to force people to think a certain way about God. Oh, if you don't do this, God's gonna smite you. He's not gonna bless you. No, God will bless you as long as I believe for me, the reason that I'm so comfortable calling God Father is because that's what I was lacking. Remember a couple minutes ago, we were just talking about abandonment wounds and rejection wounds. For me, he has been for me what I was lacking, the father figure. So it's comfortable for me to call God the Father. If that makes sense. Because I asked. I asked. I asked. Because I was like, I didn't understand it. And God said, and the you know what God the mother is? My intuition. It's the divine feminine, whether it's divine masculine or divine feminine. Because I asked the Lord, I was like, 'cause I re y'all, when I talk to God like this, like, "Dad, I don't like it." Why? Because he treats me like a princess. He treats me like a queen. He treats me the way that no man in my life has ever treated me. So he's God the Father, which is why I said earlier, "Come on, crown me. I'm queen." I can't make this up. So that's how he treats me. And that's why any man who I would deal, oh, you got to you got to treat me just like this. Why? Because that's how my daddy treats me. Abundant, creative, the empress, attractive. Daddy, what we doing today? Look, Kim said, "What we pop up, Daddy? What's what we doing today?" And today, God said we was gonna have this conversation, and so here we are. So, but this is me in my relationship with God, and I let me just say this. Let me just say this. I'm not the person who have been following God for all their life, y'all. But y'all, once again, just like everything else, the Lord is allowing me to show y'all, even on my faith walk, how my faith in my how my journey with God has happened. Telling y'all, man, like anyway, that kinda went left, and so it's certain things that, like, when I'm telling y'all about the moon yeah, yeah, because I believe in the power of the moon, just like I believe in the power of the sun. Can't say that the sun don't have power, you with the sun rises and sets every day. It warms an entire planet. You mean to think that there's not power in the sun? The moon controls the tides, water, emotions. So you mean to think that if the moon has the ability to have that much of an impact on all the water on Earth, you mean that you don't think that it has some sort of impact on you? It has to think otherwise would be impossible. Like who would think who would think that? But again, conversation with God. People talk about worshiping, even the Bible talk about worshiping planets and all. Don't nobody worship no planet. But you mean to think that God didn't give power to the planets just like he gave to the sun and the moon. So yes, Mercury, the planet of communication, Mars, the planet of inspiration and taking action, Jupiter, the planet of luck and expansion, Saturn, the planet of karma and responsibility. You mean to think that all them planets we got up there don't have their own power and control? They bigger than the Earth. So you mean to think that they don't have some kind of ability? People, I mean, I don't, but this is more that spirituality that's out there. I don't even know how we got there, but anyway, I'm here for it. I'm back. Like, you think that, like, and I'm gonna say this, and I'm some people. You think that God is just Jesus? Ooh, people speaking their feelings about that. You think God is just Jesus? That's it. That's it. That's it. Come on, y'all. You think this the only place that got life? It's like these kind of things. The more time you spend with God, the more God is going to show you. It's us. We are so limited in our thinking. And for a lot of us, what happens is we get trapped in these false paradigms that people, and it's why if you, yes, I read the Bible and I love the word, but I also do a lot of the stuff in the word is not who God is. And I don't care what anybody says. We can argue all day. I don't care if you've been following him your whole life. I don't care if you just found him yesterday. If you spend more time with him, you're gonna understand that God is more than this Bible. God is bigger than this Bible. So for all of these people, it's why I can't even listen to some people sometimes, y'all, because I'm at a point now where it's just like you're so limited in your thinking that you truly don't even understand who God really is. And there for some people there, and I'm sorry, this is off topic. I know this is not love and clarity, but I'm here to say that God is bigger than this Bible. That's what started this whole little walk I'm on. God is so much bigger than this Bible, y'all. And when I come on, God, that's what relieves me and made me stand in my truth and my authenticity, even more so than any other time. Because I said, this ain't it. Can I tell y'all the truth? I almost want to stop doing Bible clarity because I felt some type of way because of the way that they were portraying God. Don't you say that my God is no killer. Don't you say that the God that I serve, my God is not that person that this Bible be trying to portray him as. I don't care what anybody says about it because I know who God is. Why? Because I talk to him every day. And ain't a single person on earth gonna tell me that this is the characteristics of God. I almost wanted to give up on Bible clarity, but the Lord told me, no, you got to keep reading. Don't worry, you're gonna get to the New Testament. Don't worry, you're gonna allow people to experience the true version of who I am. I was going to give up on it, y'all, over the last couple of weeks. I've been having to force myself to do Bible clarity because I was getting so angry every time I read it with the way that people were portraying God. It was making me angry because I know that's not who God is. I was mad, y'all. You can if you've been on Bible Clarity, you have seen me. Normally, I would sit down and record Bible Clarity every Sunday. I record every episode for the whole week. Y'all, I've been having to force myself because I've been so angry with this Bible, y'all, because I'm like, this is not who God is. I just said it on here a couple of times. I was like, man, I can't wait till we get to the New Testament. Man, I can't get to the New Testament because that is a true Jesus is a true demonstration of but one facet of God. And God said, nope, you got to keep going, you got to keep going, you got to keep going. So I'm gonna keep going with it. I'm gonna do it. But anyway, telling y'all, man, like, and how do I know that? Because y'all, all I have done in the last year and a half of my life is serve the Lord. All I have done. But when I don't mean any offense to anybody when I say this. I'm not knocking anybody else's journey. But there are people, this is what the things that you know, and this is how you know when you're really in service because there's some people who will have you limited because they don't truly have an understanding of who God is. If you would ever believe that God is trying to punish you, then you do not understand God. And we not serving the same God because the God I serve don't punish. He does not punish us. He does not. And there's not a single person who's gonna make me believe that he does. God does not punish us. He loves us too much for that. Anyway, I'm back. I'm sorry, y'all. He don't punish us. We make a decision, and then there's a consequence. The consequence is the discipline. Why? But God didn't make us do anything. We made a choice, and then we have to deal with the repercussions of what happens for that. That's God's discipline. But he don't do nothing to hurt you. He don't put you in harm's way. So why could anybody ever think that God is trying to teach us with any deceit? No, you're gonna have to learn. That's God's discipline. He disciplines us because he loves us. You got to go through whatever you got to go through because you made the decision. He does not make decisions for us. He gives us options. We choose. We either choose right or we choose left. And whatever happens, you got to deal with the repercussions, the consequences, the positives or the negatives that result of that. But ain't no punishment. That ain't even in his anyway, I'm back. How do I know that? Because I had to come to that level of understanding that even though I don't have nothing, even though I'm homeless, even though I don't have the money that I want, guess what? God has never left me, y'all. He has never left me, even when I didn't know how it was gonna happen, still there. So you ain't gonna tell me I made the decisions that ended me up in the position that I'm in. He didn't make them. But guess what he did do? He continued to stay with me. God does not punish. Anyway, that was my word for today. I don't and so, it's a different type of spirituality over here. Okay? It's a different this is why I call this the spirituality, okay? Because everybody walks different. And I'm not here to try to convince anybody of how to believe in God. I am not here for that. I'm simply here to share my opinions and my thoughts. Now, one thing I know, God has never punished me, not one not one. He gonna let me go through some things because I make bad decisions sometimes. Thank you, Lord. Can we just give God some glory real quick? Thank you, Lord, that you've never left me nor forsaken me, no matter how bad of the decisions that I've made, no matter what I put myself in, He has never left. Can I just point out to somebody, this whole message has been given without cards. I don't know who needs to see. I don't know who needs to understand who needs to hear this part of the message. And this is not. This is simply to say, for those of you who will ever see this message, you feel like tarot is of the devil. As I've said multiple times, I don't need the cards to give the message. I don't need the cards to give a message from the Lord. The cards are simply a fun way to give the message. But today's entire message has been delivered without cards, with the exception of this very one card. The rest of them still just sitting here. So about this is just a tool. It's just a tool. For those who would speak against tarot or say that tarot is divination or whatever the case may be, the cards are there but a tool, but they're not needed, right? I don't need the cards because I hear the Lord regardless of the cards or not. So anyway, so if you don't understand something, then you'll look at it and say that it's bad. But God made everything. Everything that God made is good until we turn it into something that it's not. Again, limited thinking, limited people. And I don't mean any disrespect by that, but I just have and I think that's probably why I didn't come up in the church. And I don't want that to sound bad because people be like, "Oh, you don't know the." Well, you know what? Sometimes what I do know is that those of us who did not come up in the church and know God, some people following their whole lives. Why? Because I'm not limited to just thinking that God is just this Bible. But it's sometimes one thing I also know, 'cause someone I've heard this a couple of times, it's hard for people who grew up with a religious background or grew up going to church all the time to embrace that God is bigger than this Bible. Because if you don't understand, if you are just trying to limit God to that, then you just don't how can you limit God to the Bible when this is something that was written so many years ago, y'all? Do you realize that we're creating the new Bible right now? Every day that we're living, your story, your testimony, it's why I feel like people are they're not writing a new Bible, because every day that we connect with God, every day you put your story out there, every day, there's no room. We're all creating our own chapter in the Bible, the book of life. Thank you, Lord, the book of life. That's why there's no new Bible. These are simply stories that we need to but again, all of this comes from me picking up the Bible and saying, "Let me find out about God." And so I'm reading these stories, but they're just that, they're stories. They're just stories. But your story is a part of the new Bible. I hope that made sense to somebody, the way that just came through because that's just what I believe. Everybody has a chapter in the book of life. Everybody. How do you add your book? Whatever you're doing in life, whatever you're creating, whatever you're building, whatever you're putting out there, whatever your story is, guess what Touche's story is? Touche's story is the spirituality. Touche's story is Touche Cosmetics. Touche's story is the beauty of everything that I'm doing. However you're leaving your impact, whatever you're doing, whatever ideas that the Lord is blessing you with, that is your chapter. That is your book of the Bible. Amen. That's it. And let me just say that the Lord has never told me that before. He never said that to me that way, but I received that because I believe that. People like they gonna write another Bible. You write the Bible every single day. That's why it's so important for you to go create whatever the Lord has blessed you with. Whatever your idea is, that's why I tell go do it. It don't matter how crazy it is. Go do it. He said, "Start the YouTube channel." Start it. He said, "What he has told you to do because this is what your." Mhm. That's it. Come on. You are recorded in the book of life. I don't know. That's just what came through in my spirituals right then. I know we was talking about relationships and stuff, but when the Lord got a word, the Lord got a word. Okay. So that's just how it works, y'all. But it's just the way the Lord you know what I'm saying? So be the author of your story. That's the part. Cause well, come on, God. Just saying, you are the author of your story. So create it however you want it to look. Every day you have an opportunity to change your life. Every day. It's your look and the tightening of the lips for me. Child, listen, I don't know. It really is. This is why you have to build who did I say this to? Oh, it was on Bible Clarity. So we were talking there was a little thing that talked about worship, a little box that I read for Bible Clarity for this morning. And I recorded this yesterday, but as I was recording it, it was talking about worship. And so I feel okay, Imma say this. Well, this is I don't even know. I receive it, Lord. I receive it. I feel like everybody worships in a different way. How do I worship? I wake up in the morning and I pray. Some people, maybe you pray all throughout the day. I don't know. I wake up and I pray. I meditate and journal. I come on here and go live. I give these messages. I go create something. That's worship. You don't have to like every people gonna tell you different things, but I feel like whatever you do that is in service to the Lord that makes you happy, I feel like that is worship. God wants us to be happy, y'all. That is what He wants us to enjoy our life. That's what He wants. He did not put us here to be depressed and suffering, and I know what the Bible says. We gonna go through some suffering, yes, you are. We all are. Why? Because we're gonna make decisions that make us suffer. We're gonna make we're and God already knows that we're going to make decisions that are going to make us suffer. But we didn't come here to suffer. And then when you learn from the decisions, then you no longer go through the suffering. So when we're talking about worship, I feel like anything that I do that I dedicate to the Lord is music, journaling, cards, giving this message, meditation, taking a walk, whatever I'm doing where I'm just enjoying life, breathing. Thank you, Lord, for waking me up and giving me another day to serve you. He woke me up. Man, I'm so grateful, Lord. I feel like we all worship in different ways. The Lord gives you a business, you create something, worship. Every time you put energy into that business, worship, because He blessed you with the idea. It didn't come from nowhere. He already knew that you were the one who was going to take this idea and do something with it. He didn't give it to you for nothing. So I feel like some people will say you need to pray and pray and pray and pray and pray and pray. And one of the things y'all said this, and I don't even know if I wrote it down. Um, no, y'all, what was it? A book. Yeah. I don't even want to say it out loud because the Lord gave me a title yesterday. He said something he said it in my spirituals, and he been talking to me about writing a book. And I'm like, Lord, I don't even know how to do that. But he gave me something, and it may be the title of a book. It may not be, but I don't know. I don't even know if it's going to be very specific. Anytime you're showing gratitude, worship. So I feel like we all worship in different ways. You just got to pick the way that's best. Pick the way that's best for you to worship. I used to feel like I wasn't worshiping enough because you'll listen to people and they'll tell you, "Oh, you're not praying enough. You're not praying hard enough. You don't have big enough faith." And over the last several weeks, y'all, the Lord has really just shown me, like, "No, you're doing more than enough. You're exactly, Deanna, your life should reflect daily worship." And this has nothing to do with your material possessions. It ain't got nothing to do with that. Hi, dearest one. This was the live so far. This was the live, and one thing for certain things for sure, sometimes it's like I said, the cars are not necessary. The message was which is and every periodically it just be like that, right? Because I just go with the flow with whatever the Lord tells me to do. So today, you know what I'm saying? We didn't need the car. The message was the message. And I'm grateful for that because I don't know, maybe periodically the Lord feels like we just like we don't need the cars because the thing is, come on, talk to me. The thing, come on, talk to me. Listen, can I just tell y'all intellectual stimulation, intelligent conversation. Open lines of communication. Be honest about your feelings. I can't make it up. I just been sitting here shuffling. And so that's the thing. It's like, don't ever feel like you have to be dependent upon the cards or any other tool. It's just a tool. I'm just grateful because I can tap in and just be in the flow and give the message. This is simply intellectual conversation. This is next level conversation for those of us who are on a different frequency, like a higher level of awareness. Okay. So just saying. I hope that helped. That's just the way that I mean, it's just the way the Lord works. So, settle that. I just happened to look down, that was the card right there. So, I'm not dependent one of the things I did this season is like, I'm not dependent upon the cards. I love them because they're fun. I love when the Lord comes through and confirms things like this as we're talking and discussing, but yeah, the message is the message, and I just grateful that I get to hear how he uses me in that way. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Color Purple. Which part? What I said? Anyway. That's it, y'all. Y'all know I don't be knowing the way the message is gonna go. I know we was on something completely different, but I receive it. However, the Lord wants to use me, that's how I allow it. So I'll be excited about that. Good morning, dear son. Thank y'all so much for the follows. Today has been an amazing day. I'm so grateful for it. I know we were talking about relationships, but again, I love to talk about God. Like I love talking about the Lord. I will, and I don't know everything about Him. I'm still learning every single day. Every day, the Lord shows me more and more about Himself. Every day. Okay, come and talk to me. Just saying. That's what you got to do. I know that's why, huh? Why? Why? Part of this, and for this is your message, and you'll understand it because some of y'all are feeling overwhelmed. You're feeling like God is not listening. God hears everything that you're saying. Sometimes we just ain't listening to God. And so God will come through and give a message that needs to be received at that moment. It's the way He uses us. Those of us, and even you, but it's for those of us who are standing in this gift and really allowing the Lord to use us in this way as an encourager, as a teacher, as a guide, as a mentor, as a coach, right? Um, this is how He uses us in this capacity. Some of y'all are feeling overwhelmed. Go talk to God about it. He's already got the answer for you. Sometimes you just got to sit still and listen. That's it. That's it. He knows what we need when we need it. I'm just saying, that's it. I'm just a vessel. I'm only here to give the messages that the Lord gives me to give. And so, for some at the beginning, I was on in coffee and community. I'm like, what y'all got going? Y'all like, I'm overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed. Well, the Lord's gonna come to you what you receive at that time. Like, it just, you know, because I promise you, and I can't make you understand it. Y'all, I'm finna be done. Healing works. Letting go of pain, moving on, release and receive, forgive the past. I told y'all, healing works. And so sometimes you just got to sit and the Lord already the answer to come on, God, the solution to your problem, you already have. Sometimes we just can't see it because we're too focused on the problem. So take your focus off the problem and put the focus on the Lord, and then the answer is going to reveal itself to you. And it's always going to be better than you expect. Always. It may not be the easiest time. It may not be the easiest decision to make. But one thing for certain, two things for sure. I am here to tell somebody, if when you truly surrender and just submit and just say, okay, Lord, you got it, and let the Lord take care of you. I'm telling you, I am telling you, I am telling you, and I'm sitting here as a testimony to this. The Lord, when I tell y'all, I cannot reiterate this enough. I cannot, y'all. I promise you that the Lord is going to take care of you. He's going to do it. I can't make you believe because you won't be a believer until you let go and let God in your own life. But when you do it, then you're gonna be like, "Oh my God, you really did it for me." When you just don't, you ain't got. Don't do it. Sometimes He has to isolate us to talk to us. Change is not easy, but necessary. Indeed, and amen. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Listen, you gonna. And God will do some stuff that it don't even make sense. And sometimes you can't do nothing but just sit and wait. But if you just sit and wait on the Lord, I promise He is going to reveal the answer. He is going to do it. He is going to do it. And sometimes you gonna get impatient, you getting tired, you get impatient, you be like, Lord, come on, come on, come on, come on. And then but you still got to wait and wait and wait. He's going to do it. You ain't gonna know how he's gonna do it. I don't know. I don't know. I just know he is. I'm at a point in my life, y'all, where I can't do nothing but the Lord give me instruction. Okay, Lord, do it. And then I sit and wait. I'm telling you, I know. I know we don't like to wait. We want it right now. We want the answer right now. We want the solution right now. We want the money right now. We want the relationship right now. We want it right now. Right now ain't the time. It ain't the time. But when it is the time, I promise you what you need is going to show up. I don't know how else, but this is where you got to have that unwavering faith. It's not gonna show up in your time. I be telling mama all the time, mama, y'all, like, hello, I'm waiting. I want something right now. Y'all know this. But when I say divine timing is perfect, it's perfect because everything, every message, everything that you need shows up exactly when it's meant to, not before and not after. It's gonna show up exactly when it's supposed to. It just is. You just got to believe in that. And that's what faith is. It's believing the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. You got to believe it before you receive it. If you don't believe it, you won't receive it. It's not receive it in there. It's not I'll know it when I see it. I'll believe it when I see it. No, that's backwards. Faith is knowing that something is already done before you've even seen it done. And now you happy about it because you know it's already done for you. I ain't got to worry about how it's gonna happen. I just know it's gonna happen because God said it was gonna happen. You prayed about it. You said, Lord, I need this. And then you just got to let it go. You got to trust. This is when trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways, submit to him, and he will make your path straight. This is all these scriptures. Come on, God, all these scriptures that we be listening and we understand and we reciting. And when you like y'all, when I tell y'all the Lord has really made me understand, like, what does that mean? Submit. Okay, Lord, what does submit mean? Be still and let God take care of me. And I'm sitting here showing y'all and telling y'all and demonstrating, like, y'all, I'm just letting God take care of me. I'm not trying to force it. Yes, there are things that I want. Yes, there are things that I need, but God is providing everything I need. So I'm just gonna wait and I'm gonna see what's next. And I'm gonna see what God's gonna provide next. And I'm gonna see how God's gonna do it next. And so what you doing in the interim, Touche, I'm not sitting here twiddling my thumbs. I'm creating makeup. I'm building classes. I'm starting, I'm finna go. Y'all, who on earth would have me, you want me to do this? You want me to do this as a live performance? Lord, I don't think I'm ready for this. You ready? Okay, schedule it for a whole year away. But what you gonna do in the interim? Keep making makeup, keep going live, keep giving messages until the Lord gives me something else. Go do this. Okay, Lord, I'll go do it. Like y'all, I cannot make this up. Like I literally am just here showing y'all God building me from the ground up so that you can understand. Because I'm gonna say this again. Thank y'all so much for the gift. I'm starting, for the most part, I'm starting at a lower place materialistically, if you will. I'm starting from a lower place than most of you are sitting in right now. No shame. I don't feel no type of way. If you have a house, an apartment, I want you to I want you to put a heart in the chat. You know that is the 3rd time that I have gotten that number in 3 days. If you have a bed that you're sleeping in, you should put a heart in the chat. Anybody wake up where did you sleep in a bed last night with a pillow? And Imma say this because this part ain't even for me. I received an email that made me that it sat me down. Because sometimes we be complaining, y'all, but I need somebody to hear me and hear me well. It's always somebody that's in a worse position than you. So when you wake up and you get out of your bed, I want you to give God some gratitude. Say, thank you, Lord, for this bed that I slept in last night. This is what it means to be grateful for the little things. One day, because this is again, this is I can just be transparent because I'm already in my future. This ain't my forever, this is my for now. Does that make sense? But someone sent me an email that made me start crying and give God gratitude for what I'm not going through in my life. That's why I don't complain at the fact that I even have a cushion to sleep on. This is where gratitude so that I mentioned it a second. This is where gratitude comes in, y'all. You got to be grateful. I don't care if you staying with somebody. Are you in somebody's house? Are you on somebody's couch? I don't care. You got a roof, you safe, be grateful. Because there are people who don't have that. I was in the shower yesterday and I like anytime I get in the shower, I thank God for a hot shower every day. I thank God for a hot shower. I just stand there for a second and just thank God for a hot shower. You know, there's been a time when I didn't even have a hot shower. Gratitude opens the flow of abundance. Thank you so much for the blessing, dearest one. Thank you so much. May it be multiplied and returned to you. Thank you, dearest one. Just remember, there's always somebody who's in a worse position with you. Always. So please be grateful. Please be grateful. Okay. So it took me. I had to think about that the other day because there's always somebody. So please be grateful for what you have. Be grateful and open up the flow of abundance. It works, y'all. Keep it real with yourself no matter what. Anyway, I want to share that with somebody because sometimes we be complaining about our problems, but our problems are not nearly as big as they could be. Why? Because we serve a big God. And your problem is not too big for God. Whatever it is, your problem is not too big for God. Let me show you. The reason I said that was because of this card. So keep it real with yourself no matter what. Real love, authenticity, integrity, and honesty. Okay? Listen, that's it. That's it. And just know that this is not your forever, this is your for now. Whatever the problem is, the God already has an answer for it. Just get still and He gonna show it to you. I know it be hard, but if I can tell y'all anything else, man, if you just be like, God, I need help, God will help you. He will help you. He's going to send, He will help you. That's that way out of no way. He's gonna do it, and He's gonna do it in your life. How do I know it? Because He's done it in mine. And God doesn't He loves all of us equally. He doesn't have favorites. He doesn't choose me over you. God don't have favorites. He loves us all the very same way. So, hope that helps somebody. But whatever your struggle is right now, whatever you feel like is overwhelming you, this is why God came through with this message. Just like, no, I already have the answer. Just be open to receiving it. Be excited. You can even find it within yourself. Be excited that it's already taken care of. 'Cause He's already done it. It's already done. That's it. That's it. And that's how I go through each and every day, just knowing that everything's always working out for me. Everything is already taken care of. I ain't got to worry about the wind will make you be like, OMG, 'cause to be real about it. Come on. Look, and this me. Can I just tell y'all, I'm so serious about this thing. I don't even be looking at houses that you know, I'm looking at mansions. I'm looking at houses This how I know how much I love the Lord and how much I know He can take care of me. I be getting notifications from Zillow. Let me go look at this house. These houses ain't costing no 200, $300,000. Babe, I'm looking at houses on Zillow, million, and I don't care nothing about a price. If I like it, I got one in my sights right now, and all I need to do is just to set me up a tour. I might do it next. Tell y'all better start. You better say, okay. Why? Because God gonna take care of me. Because I want it. What is your what is your affirmation for today? Everything always works out for me. My life is getting better and better every day. Every day. God got to start manifesting it into your life. I'm talking about what? Every day. Every day. And why do I start? And that's how we start our day off, y'all. We be journaling. I tell y'all, get in on this journal meditation. And watch how you start to see things just unfolding in your life. If I want it, I got it, it's already mine. If I want it, I got it, it's already mine. What is your affirmation that is gonna carry you through today? Maybe tomorrow it'll be a different affirmation, but, if I want it, I got it, it's already mine. Period. Speak those things that are not as if and until they are, as if and until, because 'cause I'm gonna see it. I ain't got to worry, I don't know, I don't have to know anything. All I have to know is, "Daddy, this what I want." I literally y'all think it's a game? Y'all better start playing the game with God. He ain't gonna get mad, I promise. Start playing the game with God. Start living your life, even me, like, y'all see, I be like, "Okay, on this segment of the spirituality, because 'cause I've turned in my head, I've already turned what I'm doing into the life that I want to live. I'm living the life, and I'm becoming, and I'm being and becoming the person that I see myself as. I see this as a whole show. You better start living like live your life like the way you want to see it. Live your life without this is another we're not gonna talk about this today. Live your life like you already rich beyond measure. You're wealthy, abundant, prosperous. I'm telling y'all, we can talk about this stuff again. This what we be doing in the coach calls. I'm talking about you better say main character, period. I don't live like I live here. I live like I'm already in my house. I'm living the life that I envision for myself. And it works. Child, listen. I need to order some more ancestor money. I really do. I need to order some more. I still have some. I don't know, y'all, whether you believe in it. How can I'll just share it with y'all. I'ma share it and then I'm just be done for real. Don't play. Y'all better start shuffling some money like you already got it. Because who says that this is any more or less real than real money? You better start putting what you want, setting you an intention and writing some intentions and saying, spirit guides, ancestors, angels, and ascended masters of the highest and purest light vibration and energy. Daddy, because they all one and the same, right? Ain't no difference between spirit, him, and God. Story for another day. But I just talk to them, and I'm talking to them, which means I'm talking to God. It's all thing. Okay, I'm back. I need this. I start spending money on stuff. I've already started spending it. Matter of fact, I'm finna go spend some money and get some more ancestor money so that I can have more money to spend. How do you realize that, y'all, this is all about changing your mind to make you understand money is not even real. It's just an energy. And the more that you stop focusing on money, the more money you will attract, the more opportunities you will attract. Money will just start coming to you from nowhere. Think it's a game. Telling you, okay? That's it. Just giving y'all some things that I do, some things that I know that work. Yeah, me too. Me too. Why? Because I gotta book a venue. It is. It's feminine energy. It's flow. why do I be like, y'all, drop something in the chat that you're grateful for. Let's get in the flow of abundance. Money will start to flow to you when you start focusing on not having it and you start telling yourself you have more than enough. It will begin to just come to you. It will come in opportunities. It will come in ideas to create money. People will bless you with unexpected money. Thank you so much for the unexpected blessing today. I'm so truly grateful because guess what? The Lord knows what you need. He knows when you the Lord already knows what's in your bank account. Anyway, Lord, I hope this helps somebody. I just be trying to share some stuff, man, because it really hurts. Things that God has said, "Yeah, you should do more of that. Yeah, you should do that because it worked. Yeah, you should do that." The Lord already know when you ain't got the money in your bank account. The Lord knows you need a full tank of gas. The Lord knows that you need food. The Lord knows that you need things. He knows. Good morning, my niece. I love you. Lord already knows where he knows exactly where you at. He knows what you need. This is why you ain't got to focus on that. They just said something about a scripture. If he feed the birds and the squirrels and the rabbits, if he feed everything else, what makes you think that he's not gonna give good gifts to you? God gives good gifts to his children. You ain't got to worry about the birds ain't got to worry about what the birds gonna eat. He already knows. He already knows. Anyway, that's it. I know I'm gonna see if I can order some ancestor money right now. Cause I done had true story, Jay Cosby, this the same ancestor money from way last year, and this was all that I had left. But that's it, y'all. I want y'all to have a great and amazing weekend. For those of you and look at what those intentions set way a year ago have now manifested. Like, telling y'all, you plant a seed, baby. The Lord's finna we finna harvest. Let's just say that. We gonna it's harvest. Drop that in the chat. Drop some grapes in the chat. It's harvest. I need y'all to believe that. Okay. I need some more, but of course I moved. So this is all well, it wasn't even from last year. It was from 2 years ago. That was in 2022, wasn't it? Sure was, because I was traveling last summer. I was in Texas over this. It's harvest time, y'all. It's harvest time. If you are in the TU community, or if you would like to be in the free TU community, send me an email and I will respond and send you the Discord link. Okay. For those of you who are already in the Facebook community, the link is there. So make sure you tap in for that. I will not be on Sunday. However, if you have already purchased you, we have a coaching call on Sunday. We're going to be doing that on the Discord server. So make sure you're tapped in for that. Um, we have our TV coaching call on Sunday. We will also be discussing the spirituality live. So make sure y'all tune in for that. Make sure you get the tickets, get your journals. Okay, get your affirmation and gratitude journal, hydrate your soul and things, drink your water, say your gratitude. That's it. That's all I got. Thank y'all so much for the likes, the shares, the comments, the subscribes, the love, the energy. Thank you for allowing me to pour into you today. I'm so truly grateful. Um, yes, trust and believe. Where do I get Amazon? Amazon. I will make sure that you get I'm gonna go look up the link and I will show you and I'll drop the link in the TU community for the one that I use. And yes, child. Come on, Ghana, y'all ain't got Amazon. I don't know what y'all can do over there. I don't know about that. But shout out to you, Ghana, and thank you so much for tapping in. I'll drop the link in the TV community for the one that I use. Yes, absolutely. I appreciate you. I love y'all in real life. Have an amazing weekend. Thank y'all so much for the follows. I'm so grateful. Thank y'all for just allowing me to show up and be who I am. We just be talking about stuff. I love the Lord. I love the way the Lord is using me. I'm so grateful to be a vessel and a message to y'all. So go be great and amazing. Do great and amazing things. Get in the free Discord community. Okay. We would love to have y'all. Coaching call on Sunday, live again on Monday. Okay. Y'all then. I love y'all in real life. Go be great and amazing. Thank y'all. Love y'all. Bye y'all. Thank y'all. Love y'all. Bye y'all.